actually a long way back from the river. Oh crap. Hostile women. You missed me. I'm useless with one-handed swords. I normally fight two-handed. Hello everybody, welcome back to Conan Exiles for Beginners with Gazbeard. We're at the position we camped at the end of episode 1 and we're about to run along the river to a specific location that I'm looking for. But first we're going to pack up the camp, go down, refill our water skin, take a drink, etc. and then run along the river. It's going to take quite a while to get to where we're going, so in the background I'm going to show you a flyby of a castle that I mentioned later in the video with regards to a starter castle that I built in another run through. So let's just get down to the river, get a drink, and then I'll start that running in the background for you.
Curse you!
Who approaches?
So there we are, a view of the castle that I mentioned later in the video, and we've just discovered the Sentinels, one of the major landmarks along the river, and we're off to meet a chap that we can talk to, unlike that guy at the top of the cliff on the run along the river, who I thought was friendly, but turned out he wasn't, and it was a nice AI trap there that he lured me right in alongside him before his mate jumped on me.
Another new one, eh? I could smell it on you. Veterans tend to smell just a little more like despair. I'm Arcos. Once a sailor, now a wanderer. You didn't think you were the only one, did you? You should go up north. There's whole cities of exiles up there. In the beginning, there were only a few of us. But now, it seems like fresh-faced fools are showing up every week. Not all of them are as friendly as I am, mind you. Watch your step. There are a lot of desperate people out there. Bracelets. You can't remove them. Saw one fool cut his arm clean off trying to get rid of it. He bled to death right there in the sand. Nasty business. Leave it on. You'll start to hear the voices soon enough, and you'll start seeing the ghosts. I don't think the voices are for us. Not for us here and now. I think they were talking to somebody else. Back then. Wherever it was. Whenever it was. Those pillars keep us confined here. Some call it the curse wall, or the ghost fence, or just the boundary. Doesn't really matter what it's called, does it? I walked all the way around it once. Had to be careful not to cross it, of course. Once in the north, I saw a few people on the other side, wearing bracelets just like ours, with gems of amber. Makes you wonder. I'm no scholar, but I've met a few who passed through. They all have mad theories about what the ruins scattered around here are. The Mirians, Giant Kings, Kari, Malusian Serpent Men. Do those names mean anything to you? Never mind. It's my experience that men who have their minds in the past get eaten by crocodiles in the present. In the beginning, there were only a few of us. But now, it seems like fresh-faced fools are showing up every week. Not all of them are as friendly as I am.
Okay, so we've learned everything we can learn off him. Time to say goodbye.
People out there. Farewell. I won't pin my hopes on seeing you again.
Now, just before we talk to him, after discovering the Sentinels, we leveled up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check how we're doing in terms of what we can research. So we're at level 8, we've got 2 skill points available, and if we go into weapons, what I'm looking for is the two-handed sword, which is normally under a listing called Bruiser. There it is. Costs 2 points, lets me make the two-handed sword and a stone pike. So I'm going to unlock that immediately. And then go back into inventory. It's coming to nightfall. To make the two-handed sword, we need 30 stone, 5 twine and 5 sticks. Well, we've got the sticks, we've got some of the stone. We need to get some plant fibre to make twine. We also need some more stones to make a campfire, and we'll then get bedded down for the night. So let's just keep picking up sticks because we need them for the campfire. Oh, come on, pick it up. As you can see, it is getting very dark. There is an encampment up there which will not be friendly. This type of bush gives you seed and plant fibre and sometimes insects, as opposed to some of the other bushes that only give you plant fibre. And we're continuing to... oh, there's a crocodile. Continuing to move along the river. We're going to want a reasonable amount... there we are. Right, now we want stones, so let's get off the river itself onto the path. Look for some stones. There's not so many here. Get a few more eggs, keep collecting food. And travelling at dark at this level is quite dangerous. Stones. We need 30 stones, it said, to make that two-handed sword, but it is very much worth it. Keep looking around. And what we can do, while we've got big rocks like this lying around, is make use of our stone pick. This is the fastest way to collect rocks. Well, that will give us all that we need. And if we jump up there, gets us away from the creatures down here at the bottom of the river. And we're looking to find a site like this. Come on, up. There we go. Well, we can park our campfire. And because we're elevated, it means that people can't get to us. So go to inventory, make a little campfire, and we want to make a bunch of this. We can make 8, it says. I think we only need 5. Yeah, we only need 5, and then we'll craft a two-handed sword. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the gruel that we made the other day for the meat, because the meat will give us faster healing when we need it. And I'm also going to swap the torch for the two-handed sword, like that. And put the campfire to there. So we'll put the camp, and in fact daylight's coming already. So we don't need that. Okay. We'll put that there. What we will do is we'll eat some of that gruel, which I was hoping would help to hydrate us, but it's not. And because we're full health, we can just swallow that gruel down until we get fed fully. Take a quick drink, swap the meat back over for the gruel, and with full daylight here, it's time to get on our way. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run along at the back of the river here. There is a location that I'm looking for. Keep collecting the sticks for firewood. Sticks are also useful for a bunch of other stuff. There's a lot of the crafting makes use of stick. We probably need to pick up some more plant fibre just to be sure. There we are. There's some parts of the desert, oh sorry, the ledge above the river you can't actually traverse easily, so I'm just carrying on like this. Trying to keep this path, and I'm looking for a specific location which I think I've probably already missed. We seem to be getting too close to the shattered bridge. You can see its silhouette up there. And in a moment I hope to be able to demonstrate why I wanted the two-handed stone sword rather than the one-handed stone sword. If we can find an imp to grief, there's one. Right, so we gained a journey step of crippling an enemy there, and you can see 3 hits like that, and he was down. So this puts us in the perfect position to go down and do the thing that I forgot to do at the beginning of yesterday's episode. So I'm just going to do some sprinting down into the desert. We're fine for food, we're fine for water. We can get down there and back again, as long as I don't run out of stamina. Just keep letting stamina regenerate, and then keep sprinting down here. Just hope we don't get caught in a sandstorm. There's that giant bat thing again. You're looking the wrong way, dude. Let's just verify. I don't believe you can take the armor off these guys. No, you absolutely can't. I've never found a way to do it, but I thought I'd just check it again, because I saw a video of somebody else's opening for the game, and they had 2 sets of that armor in their inventory somehow. Now, the guy that we spoke to underneath the Sentinels talked about the messages and various talkings, and he didn't think they were for us, they were for somebody from a different time. This is more or less where we started yesterday, and I completely forgot about this giant stone. You see, I've got the prompt on the right side of screen, press E to interact.
Behold, bonded one, the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved. Your bonding prevents it. Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
There you are. That's a piece of knowledge that's boosted our experience points, and you can see the very thin white bar at the top left above the red bar has jumped from being at the extreme left hand end to being in the middle of its range. So we gained half a level of experience just by talking to that stone, and I completely forgot to do it yesterday. And today there is a lot more sticks and stones out here. So as we're running back, we just take our time a little bit, collect the stones that we're needing for different tasks that are upcoming, keep collecting sticks for firewood. And in fact, we probably want to get back, so let's just sprint back up to the edge of the desert. And that's what happens when you run out of stamina. The screen goes grey until your stamina rebuilds, and then the colour comes back. If you're in a fight, it's a very, very dangerous manoeuvre to run out of stamina. So on the top right, I've got 3 steps in my journey: kick, dodge, and eat a filling meal. So we need to think about where are we going to put up our first house so that we can start crafting better gear and begin to get ourselves established in this area. Now, where I did it on my first run through seemed a logical place for me. If I just jump up on this rock, did it across there and converted that whole hilltop into a castle. And that kind of tied me down here for a long time, much longer than I wanted to be here. And I'm thinking that this little hilltop would be much better for a starting house, especially as there's a step here. Now that one's not as big a step as I thought. That one might be better. But let's just have a look round here. There may be better ones around here. Certainly there's a lot of stone spawns here, which is good for building. And we've got a big group of trees just down there, which is good for getting wood for building. But let's have a look a little bit further up. There are some better locations just up here. See, there's big collections of stone here. And although it may not be apparent immediately to a new player, down there you've got aloe vera, which is good for making healing stuff. So I'm thinking that maybe up there, come on, up you get. Maybe on here may be better, because we've got this steep cliff all around it, apart from this one piece here, which means that the wildlife and the wandering enemies can't get into here as easily. So that's about enough time for today. Tomorrow, or in the next episode, we'll start building our first base here. However, just to end the episode, let's just park ourselves here for a moment and let's take a drink, rehydrate, have something to eat, and we're going to have to collect food in the next episode as well. So there we are, we're fully fed and watered. Let's just end it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. This is Conan Exiles. I'm the Gazbeard. If you're enjoying the videos, please give them a like, subscribe to the channel, check the video description for links to my other channels, and I'll see you in the next episode of Conan Exiles Play for Beginners. Thanks very much. From me, as always, it's not goodbye, it's just bye for now.